Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 18, Episode 14. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, so before we get into the show, I just wanted to say happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you're all having a great weekend and that everyone is in good spirits. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, and just listening to me vent on a regular basis. I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so did you guys see in my community page I posted about Jen Shah getting out of jail a little bit early? Page 6 is reporting that she has gotten her second reduction in time. So she is, one step closer to being a very free lady out here in the streets of Salt Lake City. Her sentence was reduced by an additional 8 months. So now she is set and scheduled to be released from the Bryant Federal Prison Camp in Texas on December 19th, 2027, instead of August 30th, 2028. I think that what she did was deplorable, but she is, serving her time. And I'm pretty sure that when she gets out, she's probably going to go on a full-fledged press tour. She's probably going to write a book. And she's in jail with Elizabeth Holmes. So I'm pretty sure she's going to have a lot of stories to tell regarding Elizabeth Holmes. I know they also said that she teaches a workout class in jail. It seems to be one of the top of the line jails. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think about Jen Shah getting out of jail? And do you think that the Bravo cameras will turn on for her? Do you think that she will be back for season 8 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Get down in the comments and let me know what you think.
Have any empathy for Shannon? I mean, she has to be on a show now with
Does anyone
you have to
empathy?
have
No, hold on. Does anyone have empathy for me? What about me? I had to be on a show, just lost my mom, wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping, was barely getting out of bed, filmed a show, and still put on my big girl panties to go film with his ex-girlfriend, which is just as hard. So I'm tired of hearing about that.
Yeah, that was my next question.
I have sympathy for her, but at the same time, it's like I had to do a really freaking hard job, and I got beat down the entire season.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I probably shouldn't say this, but Shannon is masterful at eliciting sympathy that she doesn't deserve. And I know I'll take heat for that, but it's the truth.
If I didn't like them already, I mean, seriously, they are both delusional and obnoxious. I am absolutely positive that the Bravo producers and casting team did not come over to Alexis's house and drag her by her ankles to make her join the show. You were not kicking and screaming. Ma'am, please shut all the way to hell up with this. You came on to The Real Housewives knowing that Shannon was one of the major Real Housewives in an attempt to try to bring this woman down. You chose to come on here. Nobody is feeling sorry for you. Nobody wanted you on the show in the first place. You were absolutely not my first choice. If I had a choice, I would have said, bring back Gretchen. I might have picked any former Real Housewives of OC before I picked you. I would have picked Elizabeth, who was only a 1-season housewife. I think Elizabeth deserved a second season. She deserved a second chance. I mean, they gave how many chances to Teddy Mellencamp? Both her and John Jansen, Johnny J, are both too damn clowns. Get the hell out of here with this bullshit. And Johnny, all of this, he didn't want to be famous. He doesn't like the publicity. But you are always on the step and repeat. You're always taking pictures on somebody's red carpet and always walking up to the damn microphone. Get the hell out of here. I can't stand that damn Johnny J or Alexis. I think that it's really low of both of them. Anyway, get down in the comments. What did you think about Alexis and John's comments? Now, the whole mammogram situation, it is extremely important that we are all checked out. I would just like to say that cancer is taking so many of our family and friends. We have got to be proactive. Get out there and get your mammograms done. Don't wait. The earlier they find it, the better for everyone. I was really upset with Jen's behavior regarding this mammogram situation. If she knew about that lump, she should have gotten it checked out right away. I do realize that she was nervous and she didn't want to scare her children. And I get it. I really do. But you have to stay on top of these things. And I was very upset and sad that she wasn't watching out for herself the way I think that she should. Now, when she explained to them about Alexis' behavior, 5D out, about Shannon not inviting her and then kicking her out of the house, I thought that Shannon was right on the money when she said if she thought that she was getting an invite, she is #delusional. Listen, just tattoo it across her forehead. The woman is delusional as hell. You don't show up with a group of my friends and try to talk shit to me, throw me under the bus, and treat me as nastily as possible and think that you are about to get invited on my trip. No, and to be honest, Tamara would not have been invited on my trip. Of course, she had to let Tamara go because Tamara is a full-fledged housewife, but I wouldn't be dealing with Tamara either. Get the hell out of here with this. Delusional as hell. And that passive-aggressive text message, my fiance, $75,000. Get the hell out of here. Listen, I hope that Shannon didn't even reply. This lady is absolutely ridiculous. I was very happy to see that everything turned out great for the ladies when they got their results from their mammograms. Of course, I was really sad about Heather. Heather has dense tissue and she's got a 39% risk of cancer. And that is really scary. That woman has children and a husband. She's got a lot of life to live. So I know that Heather Dubrow, being who she is and also being married to a doctor, that she's going to stay on top of this. And I did get a little sad for her that the girls didn't check on her to see how she was doing. However, me being who I am, as soon as nobody asked me, I would have volunteered the information. And I would have said it quite sarcastically. Well, anyway, since none of you asked me, I've got dense tissue and 39% chance of catching cancer. Thanks for asking. You know, that's how I would have handled it. But Heather, she didn't. She didn't mention it at all. She just left feeling very sad that they didn't ask her. Shannon continues to practice this horrible English accent, and I wish she would just go ahead and use her regular voice. Ma'am, you sound like an old school pirate. Let it go. We did find out that while Shannon is in London, her two twins will both be in Paris at the same time. So she's going to make sure that she meets up with her girls. And I think that that is perfect timing. She really needs the extra love and attention from her daughters. We see Tamara and Jen both talking about the situation with Ryan and Eddie and her relationship with Jen. And it looks as if Jen has finally gotten it. She is finally realizing that Tamara can say, I'm sorry until the cows come home, but she's never truly going to be sorry, and she's never truly going to take accountability for anything that she says or does, and that it doesn't mean anything. Tamara is absolutely no one's friend. Tamara is out for herself. As long as you are doing what she wants you to do, as long as you are able to help her continue to hold on to her orange, she will be there. But as soon as she needs to throw you under the bus, she absolutely will. Tamara is a collector. She collects all these girls' information, and then as soon as it's time for her to use it, she uses it in the worst way. They need to let Tamara go. Now, Eddie talking to her saying, please try not to get into any fights with little bitches. I felt that was a little weird because I think that Eddie is a little bitch too. So the fact that Eddie and Tamara keep calling Ryan a little bitch, which, you know, I think Ryan is a little bitch as well. I just think that they should stop. All three of them, little bitches. You know, I can't stand them. So the ladies meet up at the airport, and it was so funny that Heather and Katie ended up at the airport together at the same time. It was a little awkward, but at least they were cordial. Now, Gina getting busted in the confessional, still trying to use her English accent. The producer said, okay, can we move on? Let's move on. I said, oh shit. Even the production team is sick of it. Just let it go. Use your regular voice. Now, Emily on that plane brushing her teeth was gross and disgusting, and it was just another attempt for a moment. Just like eating the sandwich in the sauna, peeing in that woman's bushes in the front of her house. All of that stuff is her way of trying to get a moment, and I want her to stop. It's just attention seeking, and it's awful. I hate it. Now, I don't know how they allowed Heather Dubrow to get on the intercom, but she did give a shout out to Shannon for her birthday, which was kind of cute. However, them trying to hook Shannon up with the Silver Fox guy at the Mayfair Hotel, that was quite embarrassing. Please stop. Let Shannon go on about her business and try to find a hookup at another time. She is on vacation celebrating her birthday. Let it go. Now, when they get into the Mayfair and Shannon announces that she is the Duchess of something in the OC and the rest of the ladies are her ladies in waiting, I said, this is quite embarrassing. However, I am just as childish as her, and I would have fed right into it. I mean, I really would. I probably would have bowed at everything, or cursed, whatever. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny and cute and embarrassing all at the same time. Now, the way they picked out the rooms was so much better. They just put all the keys in a bowl and let the girls pull out the key. You know, perfect. Perfect, because all that yelling and screaming and running around and everybody looking at this room, I want this one, I want this one, all of that is a bunch of bullshit. I hate that. Oh, I really do. Anyway, the hotel was amazing. You couldn't get a bad room. You could not get a bad suite. The place was gorgeous. Shannon does go above and beyond, and she gets all the girls a welcome to London gift. She gets them $595 Burberry scarves. And I said, well, shit. You know, that's a lot of money. And I thought, Shannon, damn it, you got to give John Jansen $75,000. And you also have to pay those attorney fees. That's a lot of money. I was hoping that she had gotten those as some kind of promotional gift or something. I'm just saying, that's a lot of money. However, you know, a couple of the girls had a little comments about she should have used the money to pay back Johnny J or whatever. But I didn't hear any of them say to her face, Shannon, this is such a lovely gift, but it's really too much. Please take this back and use the money for, you know, to pay back John. But, you know, I did enjoy Jen's comment. She said, this gift is really nice, but she could have gave me a knockoff and I wouldn't have known the difference. Team Jen, same here. She could have gave me a knockoff, I wouldn't know, and I would have still loved it just the same. Now, Tamara and Heather talking about Shannon getting caught in a lie on the Jeff Lewis show. I said, you know what? You keep making this comment that you feel like Shannon used you, she lied to you, but the truth is, Heather, it's Tamara that's using you. Tamara is using you to go after Shannon. And if you really don't like Shannon the way you clearly don't, just say that. You know, if you want to be Team Alexis, Heather, say that. Don't let Tamara use you and get you all bumped up in the damn head. This is crazy and ridiculous. Now, on Jeff Lewis, they did show that little clip where Shannon was saying that she told John she wished she could get a low interest loan for the $75,000 for the facelift. And then she looked at him and she said, wait, you've got money. That doesn't mean that it was a loan. Okay, if I'm talking to my man, which I don't believe we should be loaning in a relationship, but if I'm talking to my boyfriend of 4 years and I say, I wish I could get a low interest loan, but then I turn around and I look at him and I think about it, well, shit, why should I get a loan? He's got money. You know what I mean? Just because I say that doesn't mean that it's a loan. Does that make sense? Then she says she's got a trust issue with Shannon because, you know, Shannon told her that John must have heard it. But I went back and watched that episode, and that is not what Shannon said. Shannon told Heather that her friend said if you got into an accident that close to John's house and it was that much noise and the police and everything like that, there's no way that Johnny didn't hear it. When Heather said, do you think he heard it? Shannon said, I don't know if he heard it. And then Tamara, with all that attitude, talking about, she's a liar. Really? I was so disgusted. the biggest liar on the OC is Tamra Judge. She is the biggest liar on the OC, and she is so reminiscent of Lisa Rinna. I am sick of this woman, and I am so mad at myself because I was actually hyped to find out that she was coming back to the Housewives. Now I wish they would have never brought her back. And I think the reason I was so excited about her coming back is because the couple of seasons that they had without her were really bad. And I thought, the show is missing Tamra. But the truth is, no ma'am. When Shannon wanted them to wear their hats, Katie was right. It is very touristy to wear those hats. However, this woman just planned this trip, put you up in a nice suite, gave all of you $595 scarves. Put on the damn hats. You know, I hear they were made by Prada, so they were expensive as well. Throw the hats on, take a couple pictures, then take the hat off. Don't give this woman any grief. Put on them damn hats. Now, when she told them that they were going on a boat, I think that their bougie asses thought they were about to have a leisure tour, you know, and they were going to be on some fancy yacht drinking the champs. No, ma'am, you're going to be on a rocket boat. And let me tell you, I would have enjoyed that. First of all, I would have worn appropriate shoes. Second of all, you know, we're on vacation. They should have on tennis shoes, jeans, and, you know, a nice sweater and a jacket because it looked kind of cold. But no, they had on heels on the rocket boat. Okay, Heather was bad as hell. She would much rather be shopping and having caviar and champs somewhere and not on a rocket boat. Me personally, I am Emily and a little bit of Gina. Gina was laughing hysterically because she was scared. I usually laugh hysterically when I'm scared. I don't absolutely love roller coasters, but I always get on them just because I don't want anybody saying that I was afraid to do it. However, while I'm on it, I'm laughing hysterically because I'm scared, and I'm also got my head down praying. I've always got to speak to the Lord while laughing hysterically because I'm scared. I am an absolute nut job on a roller coaster. But anyway, I would have been, you know, a little bit Gina, a little bit Emily. I'm just saying, I would have had a great time. Gina and Emily talking about Jen and her glam. You know, I need them to get off this woman's back. I really do. Do I understand where Gina is coming from, stating, you know, if you've got these financial issues, you got to learn to budget and maybe cut back on the stuff like glam. Totally get it. Totally get it. But is it their business? Absolutely not. Leave this woman the hell alone. Now, I did laugh a little at Jen trying to act as if this FBI situation with Ryan is not a real thing. I realize that she loves him and she's protecting him, but it's a real thing. You know, ESPN announced that they believe that he got an immunity deal with the FBI to testify against the said friend. Allegedly. Ryan likes to sue and I don't have no money. Okay, so don't do it, Ryan. Don't do it. Anyway, I think that Ryan was guilty, but that's just my opinion. I have no evidence. I don't know these people. And I'm with Katie. Katie says, you know, she's looking at Ryan with the sprinkle eye regarding this FBI investigation. Well, I don't know what the sprinkle eye is. I think it's the same thing as the side eye. And I've been looking at Ryan that way since the very first time that he graced the screen in his bedazzled jacket. Anyway, Shannon is in her room doing something to her hair, and Gina said, the back of your hair looks like the year you're having. And I said, if anybody could talk about somebody's bad hair, it has to be Gina. We watched Gina's bad hair for 3 seasons in a row, so she has the right to speak on bad hair, because she definitely knows bad hair. Now, Tamra at dinner asking about the mammogram was a total setup. Total setup. You know good and damn well that Heather asked her to say something and she decided to bring it up. Or Heather told her earlier and then she decided to bring it up and make it a problem. And Heather's risk, when the doctor told her it was 39%, she upped it to 40% during the conversation. And the girls apologized to her. However, Gina finds it quite hypocritical. And it is in a way. But at the same time, I think Heather should have brought it up right on the spot. I'm glad that she did bring it up and let the girls know what's going on. I'm glad they apologized to her. And I hope that we get a really good update during the reunion regarding her cancer scare. I want nothing but the best for Heather in this situation. Now, when Katie lets them know that she's going to be meeting her birth mother, I was so excited. I'm still excited for Katie. I hope that we get an update regarding her visit with her birth mother as well. She lets them know that Her mother was 15 when she had her, and she was able to keep her for 3 days, and then she had to give her away. You know, her mom wanted the best for her. It is so hard to be a mom. And so, you know, it's 1,000 times harder when you're a teenager. Now, my mom gave birth to me when she was 17. And lucky for me, my mom may have been 17 in years, but she was 27 in the mind. My mom turned out to be an amazing mom. She was loving. She was nurturing. She still is. Like, my mom was the best mom. And she let me know, you know, I might be close to your age, but I'm not your friend. I'm your mom. I'm your friend second. She has always been that way my entire life. She has always been there. She's always been supportive. She's hardworking. Young people can be good parents if they have the right foundation. And it was just better for Katie's mom to give her up for adoption. And it turned out, it worked out beautifully because she ended up with an amazing adoptive family. I hope that when she gets there, she gets the opportunity to develop a real relationship, a real family with her biological family. I'm wishing the best for Katie and her entire family. I do see that Heather and Katie have a little bit of a moment. However, both of them still don't like each other, and they're just getting along just to be polite. Now, of course, Tamara has to bring up this lawsuit.
A day or two later, he sends me a promissory note. I was freaking livid.
He sent you a promissory note?
Yes.
That's the first time I've heard that. You came to my room in Sonoma, and you showed me a very disturbing picture of you. But you came to me and you told me, you said all these things about John and what happened after that accident. But then when I heard you on Jeff, he says to you...
How did he not hear it? Has that ever occurred to you?
I haven't really thought about it, Jeff.
And you go, oh, I don't know, I've never thought about that.
No, I didn't.
You said it in a very...
You know what, then I didn't mean to say that. I will never know if he heard my accident or not.
You go, I'm sorry, I've never thought about that. It made me feel used.
No one will ever know the answer, whether he heard or not. I trusted her.
It made me feel used that you wanted to tell me this for, I don't know why.
But you're her friend, so she's just communicating it. Like, used. She felt comfortable saying it to you.
This is a reality show trickling into my real life.
Yes. Yeah. Isn't this our real life?
It's my real life.
It's definitely my real life.
You're not the victim, Shannon. She was caught in a lie.
But why does the lie matter right now? Why does the lie matter right now?
Keep talking about me, you guys. And you know what, Tamara Judge? Don't you ever call me a victim again. I already told you that. I am working on myself. Victims sit back and feel sorry for themselves. I am moving forward with my life. And you're laughing at me.
I'm just laughing because I'm looking at you through bars. You look like you're in jail. That's tacky.
Now, okay, so when you bring up the promissory note, that does sound like a loan. You know what I mean? But if she didn't sign the promissory note and he didn't ask for the money back, it wasn't until the whole thing with Alexis that it gets into the money situation. I don't really think it was a loan. I think it might have been an afterthought that Johnny wanted to turn this into a loan. But I don't think that it would have turned into a I'm taking you to court to sue you kind of situation until he got with Alexis. However, everybody keeps yelling and screaming at Shannon about this money, and it's not as if Shannon wasn't trying to pay it. She's not saying that she can't pay it. She's not saying that she won't pay it. She just wanted a non-disclosure agreement. You know, she wanted John to not be able to keep bad-mouthing her. I think it would have been a good idea if she said, I will give you the $75,000, but I want you to sign this agreement that you won't talk about me. I'll sign an agreement that I won't talk about you. And I would also like to see if you could get Alexis to shut the hell up and have her not be your mouthpiece. It was almost as if Tamara just could not wait to get on vacation to ruin this trip for Shannon. It's her birthday trip. She planned it. Everything was going great. And Tamara, in my opinion, set all of this up, and Heather was stupid enough to fall right in line. proper prim Heather Dubrow fell right into this stupid trap. I thought that this showed Heather to be a complete ass. The whole time, did anybody notice that smirk on Tamara's face? She was so excited to upset Shannon. And then when she made that comment about she's probably run off to the bar, I said, that's exactly what you want her to do. It's as if she is purposely pushing and pushing to drive that woman over the edge. Tamara is getting worse and worse by the second. She has completely lost her mind. And how the hell is Heather being used? You're supposed to be her friend. She was trying to tell you what she was going through. Out of all the women on the trip, she came to your room to share with you. And she didn't say that he heard and ignored her. She said that her friend thinks that he heard and ignored her, but she's not sure. When she was on Jeff Lewis, she did say that she never thought about it, that part was a lie. But that doesn't mean that while she was on Jeff Lewis, she needed to go through my friend said, I don't think that would have been a good idea, especially considering that this is a legal issue. I really do appreciate how Gina and Emily have jumped in to be supportive of her. Emily was there for Shannon, and so was Jen. Jen's comments in her confessional about Heather, she said that you're her friend and she just wanted to confide in you. I don't understand what the hell is going on with Heather. Why is Heather allowing this situation to explode like this on this lady's birthday, on her trip? Despite the past between Gina and Shannon, Gina has really been there for her. She is trying to hold it down for Shannon, and I think that Gina is a genuine friend. I don't know how Heather made this whole situation with this lawsuit with whether John heard or not, how she decided that this has to do with her. This has nothing to do with you, woman. Absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, you haven't given much this season. And that is why you're in the position you're in, in the seating chart. And Tamara screaming, you're not a victim. I appreciate Shannon standing up for herself. I really do. Tamara really thought she was doing something. Shannon stood up for herself. And this is the same lady that is going around last week during press talking about she got a bad edit. They can only edit what you give them, and you give them vile. That's what you give. She is the victim in most of this. I don't know. I'm sick of these girls. I really am.
You started the lawsuit. You were involved in some way. 2018.
Yeah.
Shannon, everything you and Tamara have said in the media since the divorce are lies. We have engaged an attorney and will be suing you and Tamara. That's a we, okay? This is called a smoking gun, you liar.
Oh, it's long.
You will be hearing from our attorney tomorrow.
She said repeatedly she never sent that.
Did she in 2018?
Shannon.
Holy sh**. Can you believe that?
I can believe it because I did believe you. Who's the biggest liar? Alexis.
I said, Tamara, just found this text on my phone.
What did she say?
Oh, she goes, that's right. Alexis didn't have my number. She only texted you and not me.
Didn't Shannon have her receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything, moments? Yes. Okay. So Alexis was a part of all of that. We have engaged an attorney and will be suing you and Tamara. Alexis, you lying ass. Even that husband of hers went online and said that Alexis didn't have anything to do with me suing them. Well, according to Alexis, she had a lot to do with it. Lying ass. Listen, Shannon has been vindicated. Alexis had everything to do with both of those lawsuits, in my opinion. And Gina said it right. Alexis is a liar. Gina has always stood by Shannon. She has always thought that Alexis was lying. I am excited for this. I cannot wait for the next episode, but I am really ready for that reunion. Alexis and Johnny J are full of shit. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.